So the Soundcore Boom 3i is a super durable Bluetooth speaker that gives you a very big bang for your buck. It's Soundcore's first small size speaker that has a woofer and tweeter setup. It has a built-in light feature, it's super durable, and it doesn't just float in water, it floats right side up, so you can still hear your music even if it's in water. I think the Soundcore Boom 3i is a very impressive speaker, but today we're going to compare it to both the JBL Flip 7 and the Sony ULT 1. We're going to pricing. The JBL Flip 7 has a retail price of $150, the Soundcore Boom 3i has a retail price of $140, and the Sony ULT 1 has a retail price of $130. But all of these speakers do like to go on sale on a regular basis. Nonetheless, if you want to pick any of these speakers up, they'll be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button. And if you want to further support the channel, then you can always watch some of the related videos in the description down below. So first, there's the design of these speakers. Now, all of these speakers are small size speakers and they're all super easy to take on the go with you. However, something the Boom 3i does have going for it is that it has a shoulder strap. Now, this speaker doesn't need a shoulder strap, but it is still a very nice touch. Plus, with this shoulder strap, you can easily attach it or hang it from something. Whereas with the JBL Flip 7, this speaker has a loop, or you can switch it out for a carabiner. It's useful and it gets the job done, but it's not as versatile. And then there's the Sony. This speaker has a larger loop, or you can also use it as a carrying handle. So I feel the Sony is a little more versatile than the JBL. Nonetheless, all of these speakers are great options if you're looking for something durable and portable, but I do think the Soundcore Boom 3i is the most versatile speaker here, thanks to that included shoulder strap. Now, when it comes to materials, both the JBL and Sony have a mostly fabric wrap body. They're super durable, but the Soundcore Boom 3i has a super dense plastic outer shell, making it more durable than these other two speakers. However, the Boom 3i just doesn't feel as premium, but I don't think that matters too much. Now, all of these speakers are waterproof, which is great, but the thing that really makes the Soundcore Boom 3i special here is that this speaker always floats right side up, meaning that if you were to use this speaker in a pool or in a calm lake, you're actually still going to be able to hear your music. Now, your music isn't going to sound perfect, especially if you have a little bit of water in your drivers, but it's still usable. But also, the Soundcore Boom 3i has a built-in light feature, but more importantly, this light feature actually looks good and it has a decent flooding effect. And this is something that these other two speakers just don't have. So if you want a light feature for some reason, then the Boom 3i has one that's actually worth using. However, if you do decide to use this light feature, that is going to take its toll on the battery life. Now, when it comes to battery life, the Soundcore Boom 3i has an advertised battery life of 16 hours, whereas the JBL Flip 7 has an advertised battery life of 14 hours, and the Sony has an advertised battery life of 12 hours. However, this advertised battery life of 16 hours on the Soundcore Boom 3i is with it playing at 50% volume and with the light feature turned off and with the bass up feature turned off as well. So it's kind of like using this speaker while in stamina mode, but real use with this speaker playing at 80% volume and with the light feature turned on and with the bass up feature turned on. It's good for around 6 hours of playback time, but if you were to use it with the light feature turned off, then it's going to be good for around 8 hours of playback time, which is in line with both the JBL and the Sony here. So even though that light feature looks good and I think it's great for camping, it does take its toll on the battery life. But all of these speakers charge via a USB-C port as they should. However, you can't use the USB-C port on any of these speakers to charge your own devices. But with the JBL Flip 7, you can use its USB-C port as a wired connection if you want. Whereas with these other two speakers, you can only use them wirelessly. But when it comes to Bluetooth connectivity, all of these speakers can be connected to two devices at the same time, so you and a friend can both be DJ. And latency is not an issue for any of these speakers, so you can use them to watch videos with on your phone. But wait, if you want to invest in quality crypto, then check out our partner, Coinbase. Coinbase makes it super easy to invest in quality crypto like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, or Chainlink. And if you sign up using the link down below, you can get up to $200 in crypto and jumpstart your investing journey. So again, check out Coinbase by clicking on the link down below and get up to $200 in crypto. But with all that being said, let's talk about sound. When it comes to speaker setup, all of these speakers have a forward firing woofer, a forward firing tweeter, and dual passive radiators that shoot out the sides. And this is a big deal for the Soundcore Boom 3i, because this is the first small size speaker from Soundcore that has this setup, because for the past 3 years or so, this type of speaker setup has been reserved for your more premium speaker brands like Sony and JBL. And this tweeter and woofer setup is a big deal, because it just helps with your overall instrument separation like this. So like we have just seen, the woofer handles the mids and the tweeter handles the highs. So this just helps with your overall instrument separation and openness. And like I said, I expect this type of speaker setup from Sony and JBL, but this is a new speaker setup for Soundcore. But now we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the sound test. All of these speakers are playing at 75% volume with their stock EQs. Bass up is turned on the Boom 3i, and the ULT feature is turned on the ULT Field 1. I'm a la 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 loner. Every time I try to fit in, it ends up in misery, yeah. Socializing doesn't fit me, but I can get away so easy. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated, no I never missed it. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated, I just didn't meet it. I'm a la 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 loner, la 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 loner, la 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 loner. I'm an outlaw in this world. I'm solo dancing on your body, crazy on my own, but all in. I can feel the eyes all staring, but I don't care about them saying. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated, no I never missed it. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated, I just didn't meet it. I'm a la 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 loner, la 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 loner, la 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 loner. I'm an outlaw in this world. I'm a la 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 loner, la 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 loner, la 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 loner. I'm an outlaw in this world. So when it comes to sound quality, I think all of these speakers sound good, however, they do sound different from one another. With the Soundcore Boom 3i, the instrument separation isn't as good as these other two speakers, and the bass doesn't hit as hard as these other two speakers. The JBL Flip 7 does sound better than the Soundcore Boom 3i, but the JBL Flip 7 does lean towards a brighter sound signature. Whereas the Sony sounds the most balanced here, because the highs aren't as emphasized, and the bass hits a little harder as well. So overall, the Soundcore Boom 3i does a great job of keeping up with these other two speakers, but both the JBL and Sony sound more open, and I feel that the Sony ULT Field 1 is the best sounding speaker here. And when it comes to max volume performance, all of these speakers are good for like a 5-person get-together. Or if you're a cyclist looking for a speaker for their bike, then these speakers are going to work just fine, and you're going to be able to hear your music over any traffic around you. But finally, let's talk about pairing these speakers up with other speakers. Now, with all of these speakers, if you have two of the exact same speakers, then you can wirelessly pair them up and get them to play in left and right stereo mode. However, with the Sony ULT Field 1, that's it. Unfortunately, you cannot connect these speakers up to any of Sony's other speakers that are using wireless party chain, because the ULT Field 1 does not have wireless party chain, which I do feel is a shame. Whereas with the Soundcore Boom 3i, this speaker is using Podcast 2.0, so you can pair it up with other speakers that are also using Podcast 2.0, like either a Soundcore Boom 2 or a Soundcore Boom 2 Plus, and get them to play in sync. But then there's the JBL Flip 7, which is using Auracast, so you can pair it up with other Auracast speakers, like let's say a JBL Charge 6, an Extreme 4, or a Boombox 4, or another Flip 7, or to a Clip 5 or Go 4, and get them to all play in sync. Or you can also pair up your JBL Flip 7 with any of JBL's larger party boxes that are also using Auracast, like either a Party Box Encore 2, or a Party Box 120, 325, 2720, or to an Ultimate, and you can get them to play in sync as well. Just keep in mind that you cannot connect your JBL Flip 7 up to any of JBL's older speakers that are using Party Boost, like let's say a JBL Boombox 3, a Boombox 2, an Extreme 3, a Charge 5, a Pulse 5, a Pulse 4, a Flip 6, or to a Flip 5. But if you are planning on growing your collection of speakers, then you do want to go with the JBL Flip 7 here, because this speaker does give you a lot more flexibility than these other two speakers. But with all that being said, I really like the Soundcore Boom 3i, and this is a very easy speaker to recommend if you're looking for something durable and portable. The included shoulder strap is a very nice plus, and it makes this speaker more versatile. The fact that the speaker always floats right side up is neat, and it has a decent looking light feature as well. The speaker gives you a very big bang for your buck. However, when it comes to sound quality, both the JBL Flip 7 and Sony ULT Field 1 do sound better than the Soundcore Boom 3i. They sound more open and balanced, and I think that if you're looking for the best sound here, then you should go with the Sony ULT Field 1. Or if you're looking to grow your collection of speakers, then you do want to go with the JBL Flip 7. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.